Hey guys, it's been a while, but it's time to go do some polar vortex camping. And it's cold out, so time to hit the bush. Just a couple more minutes and I'll get to the site, a little place of which I know of, and I'll set up for the evening. Okay, we have made it to my spot, and the beautiful sun out there belies the fact that it's actually minus 20 degrees Celsius, and the sun's setting fast. We got about 2 hours, 2.5 hours till the sun goes down, so we're gonna get this stuff up pretty quick. All right, I'm not gonna get it down to bare ground. I just got most of it down. I'm throwing a carpet over top anyhow, and if I'm set up for a day or two, all that snow will melt underneath, but this is just a one-nighter so far, I think. That works good. Perfect. Howdy. I gave up on my plans for this carpet. The back of it is just slippery as anything, and I would easily kill myself tonight after I have a little bit of whiskey. So I'm gonna start this fire. Oh, I gotta clean out that clean out the stove. Then we'll start the fire. Fire time, everyone. Now I've got dimensional lumber offcuts because I'm doing some work on a house, and we've been doing some framing, so I got some of this good dry stuff to burn. I'm not really splitting it up too much because I want to try using chips as a... I've heard about this, you know, oh, use chips, they burn just great. So let's see how many chips can start a fire. I don't know. Better work. I don't know if I have much of a backup plan. Yeah, they burn. They smell pretty good. I don't see why that won't work. But yeah, I guess in an actual survival situation, you should probably eat the Doritos and try starting it the old-fashioned way. But it works. And keep getting this set up. Now, I'm doing this with one hand, but everybody has suggested that I shovel the snow up against the sides to kind of seal in the heat. I hope it doesn't melt the snow too much from the heat inside tonight, but could make it a little tricky to get it out in the morning. Anyhow, I'm gonna keep working on this. Okay, good. We've got the fire going. That's gonna warm up. We've got an hour or so of daylight left, so we're just gonna explore around this site. This is a place I like to come a lot. In the summer, I do my gold mining here, and in the winter, it's just deserted. So, let's see what's been happening here since I've been here last. This is almost snowshoe territory, and I don't have any. So I'll go a little bit of a distance down this trail, but I don't want to go too much further. This used to be a gravel pit, and they've opened it up for kind of an open campground, which is all free. And even though it's like around minus 20, it's been minus 30 in this polar vortex for a week or more, there is still water flowing in that river. It's a very strong current, and it can look just fine to walk on, but I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, people do come out here to shoot, so I like to be careful if I hear gunshots on the other side of the river. Just want them to know I'm here. And people have been on the river. Looks like somebody walked out for a little bit there. They didn't get too far. I hope they made it back. But, yeah, only animals crossing this river. Nothing too heavy. Not even any sled tracks on here, which is a good thing to see. All right, this cold is killing all my batteries, so I'm gonna just warm up a little bit in here because this fire is nice. I actually have to have the door open. It's that warm in here. I'll get a thermometer out and we'll see what it looks like temperature-wise. But whew, layers, layers, layers. That's what's important to wear. I hope you can see me. As always, camping in a tent with a wood stove, we do it safely. Carbon monoxide alarm with us. Keep a knife handy by to cut through if I need to get out of here. And I know it doesn't really warm you up, but after all that shoveling, getting the tent set up, I've earned myself a small glass of whiskey. Still about an hour left of sunlight here till it sets. So I'll warm up a little bit, head back out and see what I can see. Then we'll cook some dinner. So cheers guys, and we'll see you in a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh boy. That is going. Okay, everything is frozen. It's about -30 out here. Anything electronic is frozen. And so I put everything in the Suburban with the heat on to charge the batteries. And people can come down this hill, so I just wanted to lock it up. And I locked it up. I got the fob with me, but the fob is too cold to work. So I gotta get back in, warm up the fob, and oh man, I can use another drink and some dinner. Actually, I'm gonna throw the thermal cam on this tent so you can just see the heat it's giving off. It's very warm in there. But first things first, the fob goes in. All right, out here on the river, and there's the tent giving off all its good thermal heat. I'm not sure exactly, well, I'm obviously losing a fair bit of heat, and I don't know if this will record the audio, but I'm gonna be able to get back into this Suburban fairly soon here, as soon as the fob warms up from in this nice, cozy shack. All right, warmed up. Oh yes, I love that sound. Perfect time for dinner. Oh boy, this is what it says so far for the temperature, and it's only about 7 o'clock. Yikes, it's gonna be cold in the morning. Well, that was fun. I got in, got everything out here. Not gonna do that again. There's a cold advisory on tonight, obviously. So I brought in more wood. I hope this does the trick. And we're gonna cook some food in a sec here. Then hunker down as I've been known to do. But time for another drink, and then we're gonna get started on supper. Oh, it's time for food. Since I showed up here, I've been craving hot dogs. I did not bring hot dogs. So, what I'm gonna have to make is risotto with pesto meatballs. It's kind of what I planned ahead. And should be able to do it just fine in this little shack. One of the worst things that can happen when you're winter camping is that your white truffle oil freezes solid on you, so you gotta thaw it out on the rack. So a whole pack of off-the-shelf risotto mix. Mushroom risotto is this one here. Woo, it's getting hot in here. So in she goes. Oh yeah. And generous portion of rich creamery butter. In you go. Stir this up and bring it to a boil. Holy guacamole, it's nice and toasty in here. And the next step is, it's easy. Put in some pesto, a couple of 3 scoops. And I got these pre-cooked frozen meatballs. In they go. Yeah, some. Stir it all up. And I think I'm going to be eating well tonight. Alright, now we're talking. Time for some pesto meatball risotto, which is, I was really craving hot dogs, but this is going to have to do. And I like to finish that off with a little white truffle oil, because you can't just put that in while you're cooking it. It'll get rid of all the aromatics of the oil. And just, oh yeah. It's very cold outside, but it's nice and warm in here. And these pre-cooked meatballs are just the perfect thing to bring with you, because you just throw them into whatever you got and it takes no time at all. Should have brought some company, I got all this food. Anyway. Gonna chow down and then we're gonna hunker down. And my oh my, is the tent getting frosty. Okay, you can see frost everywhere. It's really piling up actually around where I put the snow on the outside. But it's pretty crystallized here, and that's right beside where I'm sleeping. So it could be pretty frosty tonight. It's highly frosty, but it's nice and warm in here, so I'm gonna hunker down for the night. And I'm gonna see you guys in the morning. Got a little bit more exploring to do. And oh boy. Turn these off. And I turn this guy off, and that gives me just enough light to get into bed. And you don't want to see me stripped down for the rest of my clothes, but my pajamas are going on soon. And oh yeah. I hope we're warm in the morning, so we'll see what happens then. Night, guys. Holy crow, it's colder than spit out there. It was extra cold last night because I let my fire go out. I normally get up every 3 hours and throw some more wood in it, but I just hit hay so hard I just woke up and there wasn't an ember in there, so I pretty much just hunkered down into their sleeping bag until the morning. I should have lit another fire, but lesson learned. I survived anyhow. Gonna cook up some breakfast to take a peek around outside, and we are gonna get the heck out of here and go somewhere warm, because that was it was good. Camping experience is always fun, but this is just on the cold side, so we will evaluate this for the future with a little more heating. Maybe throw some coal in there or something. I don't know, something that'll burn all night. Anyhow, I'm gonna cook some food now. Oatmeal. Well, it's part of a complete breakfast. Really wish my eggs didn't freeze, but nonetheless, it'll be nice to get something warm in my belly. Brown sugar. All right. One day I'm gonna learn what tracks are which animal. Probably a bunny or something, but the coyotes were going nuts last night. They got a couple of good kills, and yeah, they needed it because, man, was that cold. They need some food. Like, even my beer stick and ched froze last night. But got that thawed out. And the snow is just way too deep around here. As soon as I get past this plowed part to really venture. And I gotta try and make some snowshoes for the next video, I think, because there's a lot more winter left, unfortunately. But time to fill up the flat tire and take down the tent and get out of here. Always a good thing to bring. Well, thanks for coming camping with me. I'm getting ready to pack up and head out. Well, I'm already packed up, just gonna head out. Thanks for watching along with this adventure, and there should be more hunkering down coming up fairly soon. So until then, hunker down at home, and we'll see you on the next Camping with Steve.